I don't know if you guys heard, Elon Musk hosted SNL over the weekend.
Yeah.
And it was worse than anyone was prepared for. And let's just take a look.
Would the defense like to call its first witness?
We would, Your Honor. The defense calls Wario.
The funniest thing about this clip.
He is foul and smelly as he eats a lot of garlic, his favorite food. Wow! Racist much?
Objection, he's eating garlic right now.
Yes, I hate for it to come out like this, but Luigi was sleeping with Princess Peach, Mario's wife.
This hurts.
You and I, we never sleep together.
I never touch him under the overalls.
Well, if what you say is true, how do you explain these text messages? Hey, Luigi, my faucet's dripping. I need a plumber who can really lay some pipe.
You son of a bitch! You ruined my life!
Luigi, no!
He's got a red turtle shell!
There was so much crap he got earlier in the week from the cast that I feel like this was kind of a sabotage.
It was a little bit of a setup, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did the plumber pipe joke, which hasn't been used since I hit on a woman last Saturday.
But did it work?
No.
Yeah,
No.
it's like they gave him
I
like
was
the
arrested.
worst lines and the worst characters to play, and it's like, oh, go fail.
It's insane. It's a good thing that he has Asperger's, or he may have been offended by performing on a show where most of the cast isn't funny.
Can you die of embarrassment? Can you die of embarrassment by proxy? I mean, that was so hard to watch. I mean,
It was really bad. It also is not an
have to endure
appropriate.
that.
That's part of the
sketch.
course for SNL, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not appropriate sketch either after the recent hate crimes with Mario.
They beat me and threw rocks at me because of my MAGA hat. It's not a MAGA, it's a Mario.
9 seconds better than your whole sketch.
and cheaper.
Yes, way cheaper.
Way cheaper.
Very, yeah.
I actually have one of my son just going, I'm a Luigi. And I'm like, I'm a Mario. And it's from like a year ago. I was way ahead of the curve, SNL.
Yeah, come on.
Of course, I'll never get an audition.
No,
Still
that's
waiting
not
for
in
that
the
call.
offing.
Never.
It took them 45 years to put an Asian on, then they want to tell everybody else they're racist. It's astonishing, isn't it?
a little behind the curve,
Yeah.
but hey.
He's a gay Asian. Oh, 2 boxes. It
Next
also,
time, get funny.
well, they can't. Come on, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It also seemed like they tried to make him walk back on any opinions or comments he's had in the past that were like slightly non-conforming.
Look, I know I sometimes say or post strange things, but that's just how my brain works. To anyone I've offended, I just want to say I reinvented electric cars and I'm sending people to Mars in a rocket ship. Did you think I was also going to be a chill, normal dude?
It's not like Leron's always right about everything.
Yeah, what about that time we robbed a bank and he refused to wear a mask?
Okay, for a while, I thought masks were dumb. But now I admit masks make sense.
Okay, see?
Jeez.
Nobody's wearing a mask in the sketch.
In the sketch.
They also paid audience members so they could legally come in and not wear masks before.
Really?
Yeah, they
What?
paid the audience.
Oh, that's right. They made them employees.
Yeah, so they could be like, oh, go ahead, come on in, rub each other.
He did have a bandana on, though.
He did, around his neck, which is essentially how serious everyone takes the
Yeah.
mask. What? No, it's just, I'm saying, have you been, I was on a plane this week and there's no more social distancing, but you have to wear the mask.
Oh.
Meanwhile, you can be right up on anybody who's morbidly obese with their face covered, except when they're eating, which is the whole flight. After the announcement that Elon would host the show, a lot of SNL cast members posted on social media that they were not happy about having the richest Americans hoarding all the wealth ahead of Elon's episode.
Because that's what Elon is doing.
Well, you know, you don't.
Hoarding it.
It's just the only CEO I want to do a sketch with is Sherry O'Terry. Wow, that's a good, funny tweet. Remember when she was funny on the show? Like, a lot of you aren't?
No.
Anyway, If you're mad about him being rich, you probably shouldn't, I don't know, have had Julia Louis-Dreyfus on the show, since they say her father's worth $4 billion.
That's a lot.
I didn't know that.
That's what they say. She kind of denies it, but it's out there.
What'd she say? No, it's only $3 billion.
She's like,
Come
look,
on.
it's only
25% of that is a billionaire. Yeah, it's only
very, very wealthy. Just makes you wonder, like, was this cast like mutiny to give him the bottom of the barrel sketches just because they don't like that he's not a far leftist and promotes free market capitalism? Again, SNL is awful. But this just seems especially awful, didn't it?
It did. And I mean, come on. The guy is literally building rocket ships and taking people to the stars again. And they're like, oh, we don't like you. Of any billionaire out there, wouldn't this be the one guy that you'd probably be like, he's pretty cool?
Yeah, I was so
I like
confused
this guy.
whenever I saw this come out. I was like, is he controversial? He's just Elon. Like he's Elon.
Free market-ish. That's the Tesla. But
Is that what it is?
No, he's, hey, every automotive manufacturers somehow subsidize.
I'm taking them subsidies.
Well, yeah, a lot of it's like, we're made in America.
Yeah.
Assembled in Mexico. By young children.
Because
he mentions, though, that he did, he's sending people to Mars during his Crispin Glover-esque awkward.
Well, and he took what he, so it was funny.
Solid reference.
This isn't really part of the show, but he talked about Dogecoin, right? He said he actually made a joke about it with his mom. She's like, make sure it's not Dogecoin for my gift or something like that. And he's like, no, I wouldn't do that. And then it tanked right after that. Literally almost timed it perfectly. And then he said something like, actually, we're taking Doge to the moon. So it's going to be the first cryptocurrency in space. It's like, oops, sorry.
Well, that's the thing about Doge is it's all just it's an unregulated stock market.
I know.
Where you can actually, if he went on and did that with stocks, they would arrest him in the segment.
Yeah.
But with this, he's like, hey, we invented money and it's worth your money.
It's made up.
It's supposed to not be worth anything.
I don't think these guys could have ever predicted this with the SEC and the regulators.
No.
Social media, you're not calling a move, you're causing it.
Yeah.
Someone with enough influence can cause markets to move, and
That's the Wild West again.
It is.
Well, they did it with GameStop. And then they bumped up Blockbuster and they were like, I'm sorry, we're still a company?
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.